Guys, as someone who's taken a bunch of marketing classes, I can tell you when it comes to a brand, people love authenticity. It's actually one of the most valuable ways to be perceived by other people. In a world where the internet and social media is bigger than it's ever been, and so many people hop online with personalities that just feel so fake and forced, authenticity is something that people really look for. People want to be able to relate to you. People want to be able to see themselves in you. When it comes to big brands, people want to be able to say, hey, this brand is for the people. They're helping. They're not some evil mega corporation. When it comes to celebrities or online personalities, people want to be able to say, hey, that person, even though they're successful, they're no different than me. They're human and they go through the same things that I go through. But just like people love authenticity, people hate when people try to fake it. People who try to act relatable or try to portray themselves in a way that they know they don't really act oftentimes get looked down upon by the general public. And over the years, there have been many different words to describe this type of person, but recently one of the newest ones is performative. And over the last couple months, popular streamer Kai Cenat has been getting hit with this label non-stop. Now, if you don't know who Kai is, he's basically one of the biggest and first streamers to really go mainstream in this new wave of streaming. Started off on YouTube, switched over to streaming, and that blew up, and now his streams have basically become cultural fests. Just about anyone who's popular who has an audience, you will see on a Kai Cenat stream because it is basically become the go-to spot. And at one point in time, it really felt like everybody on the internet loved Kai Cenat for the most part. Even if his content wasn't necessarily your thing, he was just kind of a guy on stream having fun, entertaining his audience, and bringing on famous guests. But the internet would begin to switch up on Kai very fast a little over a month ago, and it would all start off at the Streamer Awards. I would go on to win the award for Best Stream Collab for his stream with LeBron James, and he would go on to give this speech.
I hope a lot of creators in here and everybody at home and the viewers and the streamers really take care of your mental health. I just noticed that recently I just been going through things in my head, and I was able to, turn to like anime, Death Note, Naruto, recently since I've been gone. And I just been able to, find happiness within that. But yeah, as for the word of collab, I want to preach to everybody, like within our community, us collabing is everything. You feel what I'm saying? So collaboration is everything. And I know this year has been very difficult on the fan bases, the communities, and of streaming in general. And as long as we don't tear each other apart and let that get in between us, we're gonna be just fine.
And when I first heard this speech, I didn't really think much of it. I thought it was a pretty standard acceptance speech. The only thing that was still tripping me up was I don't understand how we're in the Grand 26 and people are still mispronouncing Naruto. But other than that, I thought it was a pretty okay acceptance speech. Well, a couple days after this, Kai would come out with another video speaking on mental health.
Hello everybody, I'm currently on my laptop right now, and I appreciate everybody who's been sending me birthday wishes, as today is my birthday. So I felt like it was the perfect day to be transparent and honest with you guys. A few days ago, I spread awareness on mental health and how important it is to take care of yourself. And honestly, for the past few months, I've been struggling with mental health out of self-doubt and fright of pursuing goals that I really want to achieve. And the reason I've really been in my head is because I just wanted to do more. I've gained to realize that I'm a true creator and I'm very passionate about creating. And I have other goals and things that I just want to achieve and do more of. And I would love to show you guys what I've been working on for the past few months through my more personal page, which is KC3 Hidden. I am gonna go private soon on that page, so whoever gets in, but I just want to let you guys know that sometimes it is important to take care of your mental health. And honestly, it's been getting better. It has, but out of frustration and fear, I just been in my head for some reason. I never had this feeling before, but I want it to be known that I truly want to create. And I don't know if I'm getting mature or I'm just looking things at a broad point of view, but I am so passionate about creating in general, and I'm excited to show you guys what's going on. Thank you.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest Kai Cenat fan. I don't watch his streams. I don't really watch much of his content. I don't think his content really appeals to me. So when I saw this clip floating around on Twitter, you know, I didn't really think much of it. I just thought, okay, this is, you know, how many times have we seen a creator come out talking about their mental health or things like that? I just thought this was another one of those type of videos, and that, you know, his fans were gonna love it, and then everybody else was just gonna go along with the rest of their life. Well, what actually happened was the exact opposite, because immediately after the Streamer Award speech and this video dropped, so many people ran to the internet saying that Kai Cenat was being performative, that he was using mental health to be performative to transition into other avenues of content. Also, there were videos of people just flat out saying that they don't really care or want to hear what a millionaire has to say about mental health. They got their own problems in their own lives and they don't really want to hear it.
Maybe I'm not rich enough to understand why Kai Cenat is struggling with his mental health. I don't get how a multi-millionaire who just made $5 million off of Mafiathon 3 is struggling with mental health. He hopped on this app and told us he's been struggling to achieve these goals. You took all this money from all these people and you didn't even make the school. And now I got some shit working on that I want to show y'all. It better be that cool. You know how many probably subscribe to him right now that's struggling with their mental health? I used to with Kai, but this is crazy.
I'm gonna be honest, I've never really been able to get behind this take that people have where they're like, oh, you have money, why are you sad? Money buys happiness and things like that. Because yeah, on the surface level, money is able to give you a better life. It's able to put you in positive situations. It's able to solve a lot of the problems that money can solve. But once you take all of those things away, money isn't going to give you fulfillment. Like if someone came to you with an offer and said you could be the richest person on earth, but you can't interact with another human being for the rest of your life. We're just gonna dump you in the middle of nowhere. You'll have all the money, you can order whatever you want, you can customize this land however you want it, but you can't talk to any of your family members, can't talk to any of your friends, you can't have any type of relationship. You're just isolated for the rest of your life until you die. I don't think many people would find that enjoyable after a while. So the people saying, oh, how could Kai have mental health issues when he has all this money is kind of crazy. But there actually were some valid criticisms of Kai being performative that came after this. For example, we did see in his speech that he talked about how anime was playing a big part in his mental health journey and helping him out. Well, people started doing research and found out that this is actually something that Kai has been saying for like the past 5 years now.
Kai Cenat has to be the most performative streamer I've ever seen in my life. Why does he keep pretending that he's an anime fan when clearly he hasn't watched a single episode? But you don't gotta take my word for it.
What's your favorite anime? Death Note. That's my favorite one. What? You capping. I love Death Note. First, I did not like anime. Like I put on to Death Note while I was at DreamCon, bro. And the first episode had me hooked.
I mean, if he was hooked, he definitely watched the whole thing, maybe even a couple of times over.
Anime, what'd you watch? I can't get into it. Really? Why not? Okay, to be honest, what have you watched? I watched Death Note. I really like Death Note, but I watched like 2 episodes of it.
What? What do you mean you only watched 2 episodes? I thought you were hooked like 5 seconds ago. Okay, maybe Death Note wasn't his cup of tea. Maybe he watched something else.
Watch One Piece. I watched a little bit of Hunter. You watch One Piece? Yeah. You don't. Okay, name 3 characters. Luffy.
They say his name in the first episode, by the way. Okay, I've been hearing rumors that he's about to start watching another anime soon. Let's see what it is.
I think the first anime I'm ever gonna get into, I watched Death Note, but the first one I'm really gonna get into that, like, I could watch all the seasons, it's gonna be Invincible. That's what it's called.
Did this guy just say Invincible? Who's gonna tell bro you don't have to be an anime fan? You don't gotta watch it. A lot of people don't. Invincible's low-key peak though.
And this is where the performative allegations really begin to grow, because what's something that's been really popular for like the last 5 years? Anime. What's something that a lot of people resonate with? Anime. What's something that a lot of people talk about when they talk about inspiration or, you know, going through a journey, trying to get through a hard time? They cite certain anime characters that represent this, that embody these characteristics. So knowing that fact, it's kind of hard to take Kai serious, at least with the anime thing, when for like the last 5 years he's been saying that he's getting into anime or that he just started an anime, and he's mentioned Death Note like what, 4 times now? Buddy, how long does it take for you to get past 2 episodes? But the performative narrative would only strengthen after Kai Cenat would drop a video, I think about a week or two ago, titled I Quit, where in the video he would announce that he was officially stepping away from streaming in order to focus on the fashion industry and promote his brand Vivette. And look, under normal circumstances, I don't think anyone would have a problem with him, like, you know, wanting to get into the fashion industry, wanting to have his own clothing brand. Like, I don't think anyone would have a problem with that. A lot of creators, you know, have merch. A lot of rappers go into the fashion industry. A lot of people who start off in one entertainment field will also, you know, move over to another one. But the way Kai went about it made a lot of people start to clown on him, because people would find his second channel, Kai's Mind, where I guess he's documenting his journey going into the fashion industry, starting this clothing brand. But a lot of people have been feeling that the things on this channel are really performative and that he's doing all this just to look good in some future documentary.
I don't know how to describe it. It's like a track, right? And then everybody's on it, and then when you achieve a lot or you do good, you start to succeed. You start to exceed it. Like, you start to keep going.
For one, this guy's a multi-millionaire with cameras that cost at least $3,000 minimum, but he uploaded a video where he's recording himself off a 3DS, and he literally comments on the video, he's like, recording myself off my 3DS. Or there's like another video where he's listening to Frank Ocean's album Blonde. Mind you, this is an album that's been out for years, but in the video, Kai's acting like he literally just discovered real music for the first time in his life. And so many people have been coming online just to say that everything about this channel feels so unauthentic.
You know, I'm not a hateful person, but the term LARPcenat and watching Kai Cenat just get shit on for literally everything he does did make me giggle a little bit. And here's the thing. Initially, I didn't understand why people were calling him performative and not letting him do anything on his own until I watched some of the videos myself. And, bro, like, you can't tell me this dude isn't trying to farm clips for a documentary or some shit. I understand wanting to read and listen to music and improve your speech so you can better articulate yourself. That's a great thing to do. I'm not knocking that in the slightest. Why the fuck do you have videos where you whipped out your 3DS, recorded yourself, and then posted it, and you're on some, yeah, I recorded this one on my 3DS. That, coupled with the fact that he drops a video titled I Quit, but the real message behind it is, I'm dropping a new clothing brand. Who's gonna buy some Vivette? Just sell me the overpriced t-shirt and call it a day, bro. I understand going on a personal journey of self-discovery and healing, but that is done in private. You know, real healing happens behind closed doors when no one's watching you, not when you're performing a spectacle for hundreds of thousands of people to see while also plugging your clothing brand. Yeah, now I start to question the real integrity behind even making that second channel. But here's the thing. Even if I think all of the stuff that he's doing is a teensy tiny bit performative, just a little bit, I still think it's a good thing. Even if it is a performance, I think it's a good one. Something that his massive child audience should be seeing. Someone reading a book, taking time to discover themselves, trying to become a little bit more intelligent than the day you were before. Those are all commendable things. So even if, at worst, right, he doesn't mean any of it, and he's just trying to do this to plug his clothing brand and have some sort of rebrand for himself personally, I think that at least he's showing people something good. It's a lot better than 90% of the other shit that people consume on the internet, so you know what? Have at it. I'll also say this, you know, a little side note, this comment that someone left under one of his videos might be the first YouTube comment that I have laughed at in years. Granted, I'm laughing at him, not with him. But if all it took was a motherfucker reading a couple books in front of you to convince you that they went on this fucking spiritual journey and giant change, that you felt compelled to drop a paragraph in the comments on some, yeah, you know what? Now I'm starting to fuck with you. Now, me and you, we're one and the same. Bro, please lock in, bro. You might be a robot.
Kai also started uploading videos of him practicing reading because he wanted to get a better vocabulary. He wanted to grow his vocabulary. And these are some of the funniest videos that I have ever seen in my entire life. And look, it's not funny because the guy isn't a good reader. Like, I feel like anyone who's lacking in a skill, if you want to improve, if you want to better yourself, that's commendable. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not knocking him for that. But watching these videos, it doesn't feel like you're looking at a guy who's trying to better himself and trying to become a better reader because he genuinely wants to do it. It feels like he's trying to convince the audience that he's trying to do this.
The reason why I started reading was because I didn't like the way I spoke. To be honest, I wanted to articulate myself better, and I noticed when I got into it, helps improve the way I articulate myself. Also, have to ask me questions about the garments that I end up releasing. I should be able to articulate myself perfectly and explain what is going on. I'm reading so I can help myself speak better. Friends, we try to write a book in a chaotic household. We try to concentrate while using a smartphone. You can pair a new habit with a specific time and location. The implementation intention formula is I will behavior and time and location. Habit stacking is a strategy you can use to pair a new habit with a current habit. The habit stacking formula is after current habit, I will new habit. And
yo, I swear, this dude's not a real person, bro. He's not a real person. Now, look, like I said, I'm not laughing at him because he's trying to grow. Like, I think that's commendable. It's just, I've never seen anyone do this. I've never seen someone try to get better at reading and then upload the videos online. And most people feel the same way because over the last couple of days, people have been recreating his videos to say that it's performative and to just show how funny the videos actually are.
Implementation intention is a strategy that you can use if you already won a 40v1 with the intention to win a 50v1. Then you're gonna get aura in return.
Bust down Rolly Israel. Yeah, my old bitch America. This my first time reading and I might be retarded as shit. Bentley Coupe,
Gender transfluidity is honestly the worst thing that ever happened to America. And then also Kobe Bryant's game with Wilt Chamberlain Heavens was the greatest game to ever touch Earth when Jesus dunked on Kobe Bryant. Then Wilt Chamberlain threw an inbound pass to Kobe.
He was getting fined for wearing shoes that weren't regulation, red or whatever. That my entry point into my mystique of sneakers, not the object. It's the object itself plus the aura that exceeds it. Give me a in the chat. In that word starts to get into a
Mind you, Kai literally helped make this kid famous. It really be your own homies doing you bad. Ultimately though, I don't think this is actually gonna affect Kai in the long run. Dude's already extremely successful and probably his clothing brand will do well. You know, he's a big name, so I'm pretty sure somebody will buy it. But it is funny to see him do all these other things and people quickly call it out to say, yo, bro, just be yourself. Let me know in the comments, do you think Kai's being performative or is this just a new character arc? Thank you for checking out another one, and until then, it's been your boy Corin, and I'm off this.